everybody, welcome to Captain Vitus Game Reviews. That is something I haven't said in a long time, and it is welcomes, of course, the side show on the Captain Vitus Show where we talk about a video game, tell you if it's worth your time or not, and if it's worth spending those incredibly high and disgusting video game prices for. And today, my friends, it's going to be special, because we are going to be talking about The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD for the Wii U. Tastes great. So Twilight Princess is a game that is incredibly special to me. I have been a late bloomer into a lot of these incredible franchises. Like, I didn't start playing Pokemon until Sapphire, didn't start playing something like Harvest Moon until Animal Parade. I didn't start playing Zelda until Twilight Princess. This was my first Zelda game, my first venture into the world of Hyrule, and damn, it changed my life. And since my first time playing Twilight Princess on the Nintendo Wii, I have played nearly every other Zelda game in the franchise. It has become one of my favorite series of all time. It's become part of my life. Like, Zelda is just, it's something that's a part of me now because of this game. So you can imagine my excitement and surprise when I saw this was getting the same treatment as my actual favorite Zelda game, Wind Waker, got, meaning an HD remake on the Wii U. And I was like, I can't wait for that, I can't wait for that. And I played through it once again for the bazillionth time. To this day, it still proves to be one hell of an experience that I am not soon to forget. And before we get into gameplay, let's talk a little bit about plot, because Zelda is known for their incredible storylines, and this game is no different, because this game has one of my favorites, because here you play as Link, as always, but this time, Link, he's just a kind of ranch hand, he just rustles goats in and all that stuff, living on a ranch, when all of a sudden, all this like evil darkness shows up called Twilight, and he's like, oh no, what's that? And it turns out the evil king of the Twilight realm, Zant, is all like, yo, we're gonna cover Hyrule and Twilight. What are you gonna do about it? And Link's like, I'm gonna do something about it, and he runs into it. Apparently, the Twilight just has this little side effect where it turns him into a goddamn wolf. Yeah, a fucking wolf. And while he's a wolf, he meets the mysterious Twilight imp, Midna, who's all like, yo, I don't like that Zant character. He did this to me. I used to be hot, now I'm a fucking imp. Let's go take him down. So the entire game is basically you as Link and as Wolf Link with Midna trying your best to work together to take down Zant and rid Hyrule of all the Twilight, because those movies sucked. And this has always proven to be one of my favorite Zelda stories. I love it. It is so dark and intense all the time. It's a very different kind of Zelda story, even though it's kind of the same at the same time. But I love it, and I love the addition of the Twilight Realm, and it has some of my favorite characters in the series to date. And of course, when I say that, I am talking about all of them. Like, all the weird, kooky, wide, diverse amount of side characters you meet along the way. These are some of the most memorable in the whole game, whether they be people you meet in Ordon Village, which is where you're from in the game, or just like, oh hey, I'm in Hyrule Castle, there's Agathar. Oh hey, now I'm in Kakariko Village, there's that guy whose name I forgot, Ronaldo or something. I love him. Like, it's all of that, but at the same time, when I say it has some of my favorite characters, I mainly mean Midna, because Midna is just one hell of a character, because every Zelda game kind of has your little sidekick character who's yelling in your ears, just like, oh yo, hero of time, your Wiimote is dying, like, you know, and they get annoying. And while Midna can sometimes slip into that, and you're like, Jesus Christ, Midna, no one's around, I can turn into a wolf, I will say this, she is without a doubt the most interesting and detailed side character, or sidekick, side acquaintance telling you your Wiimote is dying characters ever. I love Midna, because on the surface, yeah, she's just a cool character with a cool design, but she has a dark, immersive backstory, and she, throughout the entire story, as you learn more about her, you start caring more and more and more about her. It becomes more about helping her than actually saving Hyrule. You're just like, yo, Hyrule's great, but I want to help this imp, because she's so sweet, she's so funny, she's really sarcastic and mean all the time, but you love her. Throughout the game, she builds this relationship with Link that is like nothing else, and it's beautiful, and I love it, and it's awesome. And then on the other hand, you have Zant, who is the Zelda equivalent of the Mandarin in Iron Man 3, where they build him up the entire game, just like, oh, saw some badass villain, oh my god, and then you meet him and he's like, oh hello, my name's Trevor, but in this game he's not Trevor, he's like, oh hello, I'm a monkey! Woo, woo, woo! And you're like, God damn, that is not what I expected, nor what I wanted, but nothing, fuck you. And that really is all that's going on in plot as far as I can tell you without talking it for like 10 million hours. But we're here to talk about a game. Let's talk gameplay, because this has some of the best Zelda gameplay the series has ever seen, goddammit. Like, of course this is a Zelda game, so in our gameplay, of course it includes traveling across immense and just diverse lands that are amazing and eye-boggling and scary at times, but you like it. And slaying those beasts, slaying all different kinds of beasts. Beasts from little ones to giant monsters that scare the fuck out of you, but you take them down. And of course, completing your dungeons. And, in my own personal opinion, Twilight Princess excels in all of these fields. Like, for one thing, all the environments this game brings you through are absolutely memorable. I love the different areas of Hyrule here. Like, some of these places I find memorable in this game over all the other games. Like, Lake Hylia has never looked this cool before. It's awesome. Kakariko Village is awesome. I love Hyrule Field. I don't even care how empty it is. I love all the environments in this game just because they're all so different and interesting and above all, just gorgeous. They're gorgeous to look at. I want to ride through them in my Subaru. And on top of that, the combat is a big deal in this game. So when you are slaying beasts, it is not the same old, hey, 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 yeah. It's not just that. There is just a lot of different ways to fight in this game, whether it's riding on horseback and slinging your sword, which is awesome most of the time, and then sometimes the opponent doesn't know how to ride, and you're like, oh geez, but most of the time it's awesome. There's like that. There's a bunch of different items, of course, you can use for different combat experiences. I want to bring up the bow and arrow, because there's a Wild West shootout in this game. And it is just as awesome as it sounds, and it is not long enough, and they should just make a game based off that alone. Or not. But the most interesting new thing it brings to combat is the ability to consult the ancient hero to learn different techniques that you can use when you're fighting your baddies. And basically the way this works is when you are in your wolf form in this game and you're running around, you'll find a stone with like a hole through it, and said hole, the wind is going through it and it's blowing this beautiful melody. You can sit down and you can listen to that melody, and then you can howl that melody. You can be like, ooh, you know, like all of that. And then, once you do that, it'll basically summon the ancient hero who will show up as an ancient wolf. You'll both sing the song together. It'll be like, find me when you got a sword. You got a sword, you go find him, and he will teach you a new move. He's awesome, and this is a great way to just spice up combat for one thing, because the moves he teaches you make fighting enemies feel not repetitive. It makes it feel new and interesting and just exhilarating all the time, while at the same time, just getting to them is a great way to put music into a series that is so keen on having playing music be a big part of gameplay. And I think this was a very interesting and, you know, relevant to the game style way to do that. I like that a lot. Not to mention that ancient hero, ooh, he's cool. And when I say cool, I mean cool. Like, if we open our Hyrule Historia here and open this on up, according to this, oh wow, I actually turned to the right page. That's amazing, that's amazing. This guy is the ghost of a hero who teaches Link his secrets. Some theorize that the fact he holds his sword in his left hand indicates he is Link from Ocarina of Time, which is a theory I believe, because if it wasn't true, why would they put it in their Bible? Damn, these pictures are good. And on top of that, this game boasts some of my actual favorite dungeons in the series. They're all so unique and creative, just to Twilight Princess, and I love each and every one of them. That's a big deal to me, because they're even in the most highly critically praised Zelda games, like Ocarina of Time. There's still a few temples where I'm like, I hate that temple. I don't want to go back in that temple. None of us like the Water Temple. I, for one, hate the Shadow Temple. So, oh god, those two temples, I gotta go through them, how sad. In Twilight Princess, you don't feel that. None of these temples feel tedious or overly long. They all just feel creative and exciting all the way through. Do you want to know how good the dungeons are in this game? I like the Water Temple in this game. That's right, Twilight Princess made a good Water Temple. And then we come to this game's unique mechanic, which is, of course, you know, turning into a wolf turning into the Divine Beast. Now, this is something I know a lot of people aren't a fan of. They're like, I just want to play as this Link. He is fun, and he is fun. I'm of the mindset, I love the addition of Wolfling. Not only does he have one of the coolest wolf designs I've ever seen. Move over, Okami. That is awesome. He is also really fun to play as. He's really fast, so you can move across the land a lot. You can like use his senses to like follow trails of sense and everything, and like see different things just through the senses. Like you can see ghosts. You can see ghosts as a wolf. You're like, turn on your senses. Oh, look, a ghost. I love that. I love his combat too. I do feel like it could have been a little more versatile. You could have added a few more things in there, just since they add so much to the actual Link combat, where I feel like, you know, he should have had more stuff, but at the same time, he has a move where you just hold down B and it just, this field of Twilight shows up, because basically all his attacks, he's using Midna's help, and this field of Twilight shows up, it just starts everyone, and then you just go boom, 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 and everyone's dead. It's awesome. I love Wolfling. I don't give two fucks if you don't. It's okay if you don't, but that just means more Wolfling for me to love. I want to pet him. But with all that getting said, this is an HD port to the Wii U, so what's different? What's new? What's going on here, Ash? Well, the one thing you're really going into this game for is that last thing, HD, because we all played this game on the Wii or the GameCube. Spoiler alert, those were very much not HD consoles, especially on the Wii. It looked very bad on the Wii. And as far as the resolution goes here, it's excellent. They did a great job bringing the HD to the forefront. I remember when I turned this on for the first time, I'm like, damn, this game has never looked this good. I mean, it's still very much a Wii game with just a better resolution, but there's really no helping the weird graphics at times. It still looks really good. And I'm going to have to praise the same thing about this game that I praised about Wind Waker HD, and that is the involvement of the Wii U gamepad, where instead of having to pause every time you need to change an item or check your map, all of that is right here on your Wii U gamepad that is over there, so I don't want to pick it up, so we're just going to pretend there's one in my hand. Ooh, wow, it's soft. But all you need to do if you want to change a weapon, just go boo, boo. You don't even need to pause. Don't even need to look at the thing. You should look at the thing. I'm like, boo, boo. And you can look at your map and everything. I love this edition, and I want to see it in every Zelda game ever from now on. Also, new additions to this game is the amiibo support. Basically, you can use all these beautiful Zelda amiibos here. Don't they look great? Basically, you can use your Link and your Toon Link amiibo to refill your arrows, which is very helpful. You can use Zelda and Sheik to refill your hearts, which I didn't have to use because I'm awesome at video games. And you can use Ganondorf to, like, fucking take double damage, which I never did because I'm not a masochist. I like video games. Yay! And of course, you can only use them once a day, so you're not just sitting there like, more arrows, which I tried, but it didn't work no matter how much I yelled. Ash, aren't you forgetting one? Oh yeah, Wolflink. Yeah, they came with a Wolflink amiibo, and he's really cute, and I like him a lot, and he saves your game. Something like that. He like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what he does. I don't know. What does he do? What does he do? Let's read the box. With Wolflink, you can challenge a new mini dungeon in the Cave of Shadows. Fuck, that sounds cool. Why did I do that? You know why I didn't do that? Because I'm just the worst. I bought this because it's pretty. And before we get into my few negatives I have, this is a Zelda game. How is the music? Zelda is a series known for the best music ever. Well, guess what? Zelda is a series known for the best music ever, so of course the music is amazing. It's incredible. This has some of my favorite Zelda just orchestrated tunes I've ever heard. I love Twilight Princess and all its amazing music. Traveling across Hyrule Field has never sounded better. I will say though, it does lead into one of my negatives with the game, which is more of a pet peeve than it is a negative, but to me it's just an absolute immersion breaker, which is you'll be running across, you'll be listening to some great music, and if an enemy literally crosses your path, his theme will kick in and ruin the great music. And his theme sucks because it's just and I don't like that. I don't want to listen to that. I'm sitting there, I'm like trying to be immersed into Midna's Lament because it's all crazy. And I'm like, oh wow, and then all that's ruined by because fuckboy wants to duel. I don't like that. I'm not a fan. It's terrible. It's immersion breaking at its finest. And that, of course, is going to lead into my few negatives I do have with the game. Like everything I mentioned already, Xant secretly wanting to be a fucking monkey, Wolflink not having a variety in his attacks, Epona sometimes driving terribly. Like sometimes you're riding a pony, you're like, yeah, and she'll like lightly tap a wall and just stop. Just stop it. It doesn't matter. I'm in a shootout with the cops and we just stop. It's just like, God damn it. But overall, that, I do have to say, one of my biggest issues with this game is the camera, because for the most part, the camera's nice, it's fine, it's working great, and then there are some times where it just gets erratic, it goes crazy, it'll start just seizing. Like, there were numerous times in this game where my camera just started seizing, just like, and the only way I could stop it was by making Link roll into a wall. I had to hurt my protagonist to make me not vomit. It was kind of sad. Sometimes the camera just does that, and I don't like it. I don't like it. So in the end, once again, playing through this game like a bajillion time, I can confirm I still love Twilight Princess. I know this is kind of a game where a lot of Zelda fans are split. A lot of people are like, I don't know about that Twilight Princess, man. I don't like it. And I'm like, that's fine. That's fine if you don't like this game. Like, I won't like you. Like, that's just something you're gonna have to live with, because I love this game. I love everything it does. I think it's one of the best Zelda games out there. And I do think this HD remake is the perfect way to play it. Is it perfect? No, but it's better than the Wii version, and it's better than the GameCube version, so yeah. Go pick this up if you are a Zelda fan. If you love this game and you're wondering, should I upgrade? Yes, you should. Yes, you should upgrade. It's prettier. Do all the things. Do all the things. Buy this game, play this game, love this game. The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess gets an A- out of 10.